Hello everybody. I'm going to make these tutorial videos separately so that you can focus in on the one skill that you really believe throughout the unit you've been struggling with. So I'm going to watch the same video and I'm going to walk myself through as if I were answering a specific skill question as I'm watching the video. So as you can see on the top, I have inference, structure analysis, theme, and story elements. So the first one that I'm going to start with is inference. So I'm going to watch this video, and in this video, we're going to talk about inference. When we're inferring, we're making an educated guess based on something that was left uncertain or unclear by the author, or in this case, in the film. So let's go ahead and watch the film, and as I watch, I'm going to model for you different ways that we can start questioning. I'm going to do it aloud, but you could do it in your mind in terms of inference. So let's go ahead and watch. Okay, so I can make an inference there that it's 6 o'clock in the morning because he's getting up to go to work, it looks like. That's an inference also that he's going to work. Okay, the bicycle boy. Based on the shoes he's wearing, I can infer that he's not afraid of hard work because he's wearing sandals to ride a bicycle. Okay, so I'm going to infer here that he delivers papers for a living. Okay, I can make an inference that he has the same route because the man running was waiting for the paper, knew to take it. Okay. So I can make an inference that this man has a hard time walking because he has the cane. Okay, I can infer that he enjoys his job because he keeps ringing the bell on his bike. And to me, from my prior knowledge, that means that you're enjoying yourself on the bike. Oh, look at that. He's reading to him. How adorable. Okay. So I can infer that he really likes his job because he's willing to put in extra effort. He's not just delivering, he's also helping. The world is full of nice people. If you can't find one, be one. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to just hit that back right there, and I'm going to click on my inference sheet, right? So when we're talking about inference, when we want to score a 4 on the district reading assessment, we have 2 steps. So step 1 is to make an inference from the text where the author left matters uncertain. Remember, an inference is an educated guess based on what was presented in the text, but also what was purposely left out. This could be why someone did or said something, what might have happened prior to an event, etc. Step 2 is to support my answer with textual evidence, and at least 2 separate pieces of textual support is needed to earn a 4. So that really divides you between a 3 and a 4. A 3 is giving 1 piece of textual evidence, and a 4 is giving 2 pieces of textual evidence. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this. What would I do? My inference that I feel I want to do is that the boy, and I'm referring to him as a boy because that was the title, right? So the boy truly enjoyed his job as a newspaper delivery man. All right, now I need textual support. So in this sense, I'm watching the video. So I need to refer back twice to examples that I can say, this is how I know, or I can make an educated guess that he enjoyed his job. So the first one would be, I can support my inference that he enjoyed his job, the fact that he was continuously ringing the bell on his bike. In my experience, there's no such thing as too much evidence, right? So I would say, in my experience, this demonstrates that someone is feeling happy or excited to be doing what they are doing. It is similar to whistling. Okay, need to continue. So also, I can further support my inference that the boy enjoyed his position as a newspaper delivery man because he goes above and beyond just the deliveries and even sits down to read the newspaper to a disabled patron. So that's somebody that buys from him, right? So I said my inference is the boy really truly enjoyed his job as a newspaper delivery man. Nothing in the captions, nothing in the words said, I really like my job as a newspaper delivery man. That's an inference. We do that every single day. So I got to back it up though, because while all of us might agree, I have to be able to support my claim. So my textual evidence says I can support my inference that he enjoyed his job by the fact that he was continuously ringing the bell. He didn't only do it once. So the fact that I can say he did it over and over. So clearly it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't, when you're making an inference, you try to squash other people's, well, what if? Well, he could have, this could have meant. You try to squash that and just say, no, it was this because, and you supply your evidence. Okay? Then also the fact that he sat down with the man who was blind and read him the newspaper. That was my second piece of evidence. Now, I could have also written an inference about he had been doing this job a really long time. I could have supported that with the fact that he didn't seem bothered at all that the alarm clock went off super early. If this was a new job to him, he would have been super groggy, right? Because we know in our experience, especially when we get out of the routine, like when we first come back to school, we're like, oh my goodness, I have to wake up. The alarm's going off. So instead, I could say he's used to this because not only did he wake up perfectly fine with the alarm clock, he also was fine riding comfortably on the bike in what seemed to be uncomfortable shoes. So it seems like he's been doing this a while. You could also supply evidence that he's been doing it a while because the man that was running, right, as I was walking through kind of where my thought process was, he knew to grab the paper. If that was his first day, the man running wouldn't have known to grab the paper from him, right? So there are many different inferences that we could have made just in this 2-minute video. So imagine what you can do when you're reading a text. There are definitely areas of uncertainty or lack of clarity that the author does, and it's meant to engage us as readers so that we can have our minds working and we can stay engaged with the text, and we can also kind of take it to our own place based on our previous experience as well as the textual support that we can make these beautiful inferences. So I hope this modeling helped you with inferencing. If you have identified that inferencing is your skill that you're struggling with. So once you're done watching this, feel free to move on to the practice test for the all 4 reading skills, or if you want to watch all models, feel free as well. All right, hope this helps.